The time is almost here, ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans abroad. PKAW brings KAW reunion tour to the Slide and Ride Rodeo Arena. We come see all the PKAW stars and a lot of the original KAW stars. The fabulous Chris Rocker, Danny B, BB, DJ Fury, Logan Blake, and Bam Bam Bundy. The only way to see it is to be there.
All right, y'all. We're 1 week away, 1 week and 1 day away from the big PKAW Entertainment KAW Reunion Tour show, Jackson, Tennessee, Slide and Ride Rodeo Arena. But tonight, it's all about MCW in Osceola, Arkansas, Mid-Southern Championship Wrestling. And look, we ain't going to waste no time, guys. I got a guy here. He's a 2-decade veteran. He has been a booker. He's now an owner. This dude has done everything there is to do in the wrestling business, and he's one half of the legendary East Coast Bad Boys. I bring to you none other than Harry Clout. Most of you know him better as Serpent. Serpent, what's up, my brother?
What's up, big dog? How you doing tonight, man?
Man, I'm doing good, dude. How about you, man? The weather's been nice, dude.
I don't know about nice, man. I don't do cold, man. That's why I left Massachusetts. Every time it gets cold, I'm like, damn, I should have went further south.
See, I'm the opposite, man. I don't do heat, man. That's the reason ain't nobody seen me at no shows during the hot summertime. I ain't coming sitting in no hot metal box in the heat sun, just baking. Hey, too much like a ham, dude. The bacon don't work for me, man. I'll be honest.
I understand, man.
Dude, if I could do this shit from Alaska, I would. I'd live somewhere where it was cold all the fucking time, all year round. I don't give a shit, man. Fuck the heat. I love the cold. But look, man, talking about heat. You see it right above my head, dude. Wanted Man. Now, look, me and you had a conversation about, I don't know, a little over a month ago, probably. A lengthy conversation on the phone about the wrestling business, the goings on in it, and how you kind of felt like everybody was after you, man. You felt like a wanted man. And little did we know that, man, some of the people who apparently wanted you out most was the closest to you. Let's start right with the deal, man. What is the deal with 187?
You ain't cutting no crap, are you, man? We going straight to it, okay?
Let's get straight to the shit, man.
You talk about the wanted man. Bounty was put on my head months ago. It kind of fell short and flat, 2 weeks ago, we found out what that was all about. My brother, 187, David, whatever you want to know him as, call him as, turned his back on me again. Which at this point, man, I'm just being for real. This is for shoot. At this point, man, this is the end of my career, man. I'm on the downhill slope, man. I'm hoping to build this company and give a place for these young guys to come and take over my spot. I'm not too proud to pass the baton, you know what I'm saying, where so many people are. And to go out this way with my brother turning on me right at a point where we are, there was a moment. It was great, man. And now I got to deal with the opposite end of it. And anybody that knows, when we get in the ring with each other, we beat the dog crap out of each other. You know what I'm saying? So, nothing my body's looking forward to, but sometimes little brother has to show big brother that, stuff don't just settle in the wind,
Yeah, man. Like I said, when we had the conversation, you were telling me, we were talking about just all kind of things about the wrestling business, and you felt like that it was y'all, as in you, your family, 187, Carl, everybody, all the fans there at MCW. You kind of felt like it was y'all against the world, like everybody was coming in, and then out of nowhere, the dude who, one of the people you consider that you could trust and the closest to you is the guy who actually sticks the knife in your back, man. Look, I don't want to harp at it, but I introduced you as one half of the East Coast Bad Boys, but I'm assuming the East Coast Bad Boys is no more, right?
I'm going to tell you, man, along the road, there's been many a bumps, as there is with any families, any brothers, especially ones in such a physical sport, uh, it, it's rough, and we'll have to come to some kind of agreement or we'll agree to disagree, but come Friday night, last week, the shock was still there. I tried to leave the situation alone. Carl getting in the ring, he's the commissioner of MCW, trying to mediate the situation, and me being the bigger man, I walked away. But there's a lot of unanswered questions, and there's a lot of stuff that's going on that deserves answers, and the fans deserve it, man. The fans,
Right.
MCW fans, our fans, man. Our fans are loyal. I mean, our fans ride with us wherever we go. And 187 was their family, and how's it feel, and how they gonna feel, and how are they gonna think when this is all coming out? You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of answers to be answered, man. A lot of questions.
Well, look, man, talking about family, how does the actual family, the Clapp family, the inner circle of y'all, what's everybody thinking about the situation? Is the family divided, or is everybody together, or what's going on, dude?
I'm going to tell you, very much divided. When it comes to my mom, she hates to see us fighting anyways. Even as children, she hated it. It's very emotional for a parent to see their kids, doing the things that we end up doing,
Right.
The family is definitely torn. There's a lot, even all the way down to the youngest kids, that are like, what the heck? And then the other ones are like, heck yeah, you should have done it a long time ago. But we breed our kids, man, to wrestling, man. It's in our blood. So they're looking at it from different aspects, even as young as 7, 6, 8 years old. They're looking at it as, this is good stuff. This is going to be entertaining. And other ones are saying, oh no, that means they're going to beat each other up. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, this shit could get real. It could get
right,
serious
definitely.
real quick.
Well, here's the thing, and yourself, Buster. Uh, a wrestler is only as good as he goes out there and does his job.
Right.
And there's never going to be a question when me and David go in there what kind of job we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it calls for, we're going to do it to the best of our ability, and we're going to do it balls to the wall. So that, at my age, after all the damage my body's been through, all that he's been through, surgery wise and everything, to go and have to do that at this point in our career, it makes you think a lot, man. It's definitely
Right.
something that makes me stop and think, is it worth even doing it? Is it worth it to him and his body, his health, and his wellness? Is it worth mine? Is it worth our family? Is it worth, so many things go through your head, for me anyways. But I love
Right.
everybody. I want everybody to be great. I want your dog to be good. I want your fish to be good. I want us to be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's me. I love everybody. So it's hard to see the different side. It's hard to get that. I mean, I'm hurt. I feel stupid. You know what I'm saying? I notice little things, and there's been
That's
people
what I
that
was
said,
going to
"Hey,
ask you. Did you
definitely
now
little things."
did you see it coming at all, or was it just blindside out of nowhere?
Well, David's a character. 187 is a character, man. The minute you meet him, what you're getting. So it's hard to read them sometimes. Sometimes it's a
Right.
rib, sometimes it's real. So, but there was certain things, and there was certain people that come and said, "Hey, have you noticed this?" Well, David said this, and I'm like, "Well, he's just being asked today." You know what I'm saying? He can say what he wants, whatever. Because
Right.
we are family. It is 24/7. It's not something we shut off and just because we're leaving the wrestling building. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we eat, breathe, and sleep.
Well, let me ask you this then: is the in-ring heat spilling over into the running the business? Or are y'all still running the business? Are y'all able to coexist with each other and still do what's best for business, best for
What? Okay, so
MCW business?
here's the thing with this. When we started this company, okay, we decided that we was going to do it run by a committee, because if it come down to me and him just battling each other for what's going to happen, there would be chaos and craziness. You know what I'm saying? We got to conduct ourselves in a professional manner. We got to produce a product that MCW can be proud of. You know what I'm saying? So we decided we were going to have a 5-person committee. He's got 2 people that are his people. I got 2 that are mine, and we got an impartial person that makes the decisions. You know, makes matches, makes rules, makes certain stipulations. You know, so with that being said, you know, one, it's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Do I want to go out there and punch him and fight him? No, I don't. Do I want to slap the piss out of him for what he did to me? Because, you know, it's humiliating. It's embarrassing. You know, it's unjust. You know what I'm saying? I've had his back ever since I can remember. You know what I'm saying? Well, I chased him around, you know. So there's a lot of there's a lot of emotion, man. There's a lot of stuff. So with the wrestling company itself, the wrestling company will run because why? I'm a professional. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go in here, and what needs to be done will be done. And whether it's on my side or his side, we as a family and a structure at MCW know that the job's got to get done. So as far as the company, you know, I feel like the company is in crazy turmoil, and it will be. It will come down to the other people in the committee to decide what goes on in the deal, because we won't be able to do that ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that being said, you know, it's going to take its toll on everything. It's going to take its toll on our bodies. It's going to take its toll on the crowd, man. The crowd was so upset when he turned on us. I mean, I heard people saying stuff that I've never heard them say, and over and over, to where I'm like, don't be, you know.
Well, Osceola, man, they really are a family. That audience, I mean, really, that audience has been passed down for what, 3 generations probably now at least. You know,
30 plus years, man.
Exactly. So when y'all say the MCW family, it ain't just the Clap family. You're talking about all the guys and all the fans too. And dude, y'all have been doing some killer stuff out with the community, man. Y'all had some special people come in over the last few months. I seen y'all had the NFL cheerleader girl come in a couple of weeks ago.
Sammy Matthews, we had Santiago Sorello from Walking Dead. We had Mary Beth Bird from American Idol, and we've got another celebrity coming in to join us, because this is the thing, Buster, and this is real talk. Everybody else can copy, imitate, and do all this. They can do whatever they want to try to be and do what we do. What we do is not a work. We genuinely love people. We come from a huge family. We want everybody to have the best. We want to give the best. We want to make sure we take care of everybody. So, you know, we're injecting ourselves into the communities, because 30 years LaFonce had this company. Okay, him and Moondog had it, then he had it, you know, 30 years. But it never was able to be injected into the community. There wasn't time. He had so many other businesses, other stuff he had going on, that he couldn't. So here it is, man. Me and David had it, you know, right from the jump. We was like, we're going to do this, this, and this. But so quickly we realized, hold on, let's take a minute. Let's figure out how this business is going to work. Let's figure out what we get. We got to get a travel ring. We got to, you know, we got to do things before we just jump in. Now we're so excited because we're literally in every town that we can get in. If they want something, if they want to do something, we want to be part of it. You know, we're doing like, there's so many things that we got going on, and we'll probably hit up on some of them. But MCW is trying to do something that none of these other companies are, man, and that is to take and give all that we can give for as little as we can get. You know, ain't no money, ain't nobody getting rich in wrestling, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I have not taken one dime from our company, not one penny, not one nickel, not nothing, since the company has been in my hands. You know what I'm saying? I invest everything into the building, into the guys, into the workers, you know, because we're a family. I want the fans to have the best. I want the guys to be proud to hold the belts. Every belt is custom made. Everything is custom. You know what I'm saying? Everything is upgraded on a regular basis, because I want them to be proud to come there. If we're not going to get rich off it, by God, we should have a place we can go. We can be a family, get together, work together as a team to get a product made, and go out there and give it, you know.
Well, you know, here's my view on, especially local small town pro wrestling. Look, rich people, they go do rich shit. Rich people they go see plays, they go to Broadway. Poor people go to professional wrestling. That is what they do. This is their main source of entertainment is pro wrestling. It's just a fact of life. It's always been that way. And dude, man, like I said, y'all have been doing a ton of shows too. I've noticed y'all have added you're not just working Friday nights now. You're working a lot of Saturdays, most Saturdays, and you've even had some Sundays now. Tell me about all these shows y'all have been booking in all these different places you're going. Tell me where MCW is going.
Well, here's the deal. Mark Tree, man, we went there to raise money for the fire department and the Jubilee Association. They wanted to start an annual festival. Wanted to start having it, so we wanted to be a part of that. We told them, "Hey, look, we'll come. Every bit, every penny that went in concession, every penny that was over, what we had to pay the guys, went directly to them." And so then they decided, "Hey, why don't you come out and do the festival with us?" So we went out there. We had a blast. Then we got a chance to get in with the Terrapin Derby in Lepanto. Man, 93 years it's been running. Our company's been running for 30 plus years. Finally, we get an opportunity to get in there, man. They were so excited to have us there, wanting us to come back. You know what I'm saying? We're literally just trying to take and make MCW something that people are proud of, man. Something that people, when they see MCW, like that company right there, that's a real deal. That ain't some people just shooting some bullshit trying to make money. You know what I'm saying?
And all this is still part of the big MCW anti-bullying tour. We're still doing the tour.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to tell you, there has been so much transition within our building, even our locker room. This tour has literally, doing this anti-bullying deal, has literally reached into our locker room. You know what I'm saying? We see changes within each other as far as certain aspects. You know what I'm speaking of. You know what I'm saying? And then out in the fans, you can see that the fans are gelling better together. There's people that are saying, "Hey, that's not all right. Stop that." So even within our own units, and that's where we got to start. To think MCW, this anti-bullying deal is just going to be boom, we're going to eradicate bullying. That's bull crap. You know what I'm saying? That's senseless and stupid. But to think that we can't start within our homes, within our families, within our friends, within the company we keep, to make a difference in these people's lives, you know what I'm saying? That's reachable. That's real talk.
And that's what some of these celebrities that are coming in, they've been a part of this anti-bullying tour. Like you said, you had what was she, American Idol or what was she?
It was Mary Beth Bird. She was on The Voice and American Idol, like number 7.
Okay, well, tell us a little bit about her.
She was bullied as a child, man. She caught wind of our campaign that we was doing. She was extremely helpful and eager to be part of it, man. I'm going to tell you, these people being bullied, these guys are going to grow up to be great things, a lot of them, man. So what you're doing now is senseless. What you're doing now is damaging and taking away their childhood and their innocence, So it's crazy. Then Santiago Sorello, bullied, vet, suffers from PTSD or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? But he strongly, Hayab Nation, I'll give a shout out to Santiago Sorello. He was jumping on board, as quick as he could, Sammy Matthews, the former captain of the NFL Indianapolis Colts cheerleading squad. We got lined up with her. She literally had a blast. She came to the Jubilee on Saturday too. Come on and said, "Hey, what's up to everybody?" She enjoyed the show. It was her first time ever being at a wrestling event. Same with Mary Beth Bird. And I'm going to tell you, these celebrities are not only just coming in and just saying, "Hey, I'm here." They're signing autographs. They're talking. They're mentoring these kids. They're giving them outlets. They're giving them permission to look them up on Facebook and mentoring them. So this is bigger than just a Friday night gig. This is bigger than just, hey, MCW, yay, anti-bullying. This is a real deal.
Well, dude, it's got to start somewhere. And it's I love the fact it's super cool that these people are taking notice and coming in and interacting with the fans. It's a treat for the fans, for these people to come in, and it's a treat for them, I'm sure, especially if you're a virgin to pro wrestling and you step into MCW arena for the first time. If all you know about pro wrestling is the WWF or AEW, and you come in and you go to a real show, man, I'm sure it sheds a whole different light to these people of what pro wrestling really is about, you know.
But I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. To be there in a live event and having people in front of you where you can see it, you can feel it, you can hear the emotion, you know, all that when you can participate and be involved. It's not 69 bleachers up in the rafters where you're sitting, where you look on the Titantron to make sure you can see it. You're up close and personal at MCW. Anybody in that building is going to have a good seat. The kids get to play in the ring during intermission and before the show. I mean, what other show lets people do that, man? The kids sit there and while out, they have their own community and stuff. You know, coming to an MCW show is, you know, Buster, it's different, but the atmosphere is different.
Oh yeah, Osceola, Arkansas. Period. It's its own breed, man. Them fans there have been educated for 30 years to a certain style and a certain brand of pro wrestling, and they ain't gonna accept no substitutes, dude. Hey, those fans, they can get rowdy too. They get just as rowdy as the wrestlers do.
Hey, they crazy, man. They crazy for real. I love my fans, all you crazy ones. I still love y'all, but y'all crazy. I'm just gonna tell you, and y'all know who you are.
Well, look, man, let's talk about MCW's future then. Y'all got any plans we don't know about? Anything you can give us a little snidbit about or anything?
Well, we got a huge
upcoming shows.
We got a huge lineup coming, man. We've got the 28th. We're doing a show for the Relay for Life. We're gonna give all the survivors that go to the dinner in Osceola will all receive free tickets to the show. Then we're taking and having a show. Every bit of the proceeds will go to the Relay for Life. You know, MCW is not making a penny off it. Most of the guys will be donating their money. You know, we've got the 31st is the Trunk or Treat. It's going to be huge. It's the 3rd annual Trunk or Treat, man. And I'm gonna tell you the story, Buster. The first year we decided.
Hold up, hey! I've actually got some graphics. So why don't you give me just a second? Let me pull up this Trunk or Treat thing, and then you can tell us what you want to tell us about it, and tell us what you was fixing to say, dude. All right, folks, y'all know I'm slow at this, so let me see. Trunk or Treat. There we go. This is the things MCW does, man. They do a ton in the community. A lot of companies and a lot of promotions talk community, but they don't back it up. MCW is a company that they're strong in the community. Harry, I got your Trunk or Treat.
Okay, here's the deal.
Why don't you tell us about it?
Let me tell you what the deal was, man. This is the 3rd annual, and I'm gonna tell you the first year we done it, we had probably 200 pounds of candy, man. We probably had 10 people show up. We was going to do a couple matches just to entertain them, you know, to have some fun with them. Barely anybody showed up, man. We ended up not even doing the matches, you know what I'm saying? Last year was the 2nd annual. We literally had 30 trunks out there decked out, man. We had 150 plus people in the building. We had a full show. It was wild and it was crazy. And this year is going to be just that, man. It's going to be off the chain. This Halloween, man, 5 o'clock to 6:30, we're going to give away candy. There's going to be so much candy there, so much fun, man. Music, it's going to be a blast, man. Then at 7 o'clock, we're going to start with live professional wrestling, man, and we're going to show out. It's going to be completely free, man. Everything is free, and we're going to have a wild time, man. Candy, wrestling, costume contest. It's going to be a blast, man. And it's because we want to give back. We want to give these kids. When you was a kid, Buster, you go down 2 roads, you had a pillowcase full of candy, man.
Right.
These days, these kids could spend all night, man. They wouldn't have but 13 minutes probably to get around the block before they shutting off lights and all that, you know. MCW is going to have tons of candy. We're going to have music. We're going to have fun. It's going to be awesome. The concession will be opened up, man. If anybody wants to purchase some food and stuff, they can do it there. It's going to be awesome, man. Then we've got, let me think what else we talked about.
Hey,
We got going on.
I got another graphic too for Thanksgiving, something around Thanksgiving. Fansgiving.
Yes, I was going to get on that, but I didn't know if you wanted me to go that far. Okay, November.
No, dude, let me get it pulled up for you, dude. And here it is. I'm slow at this, dude. You just got to bear with me, man.
Oh, you're good, brother. You're good.
There
man.
you go. Fansgiving, and that's exactly what it is, dude. Fansgiving.
Here's the thing, man. And you're going to see stuff popping up everywhere, after we started doing this, you know what I'm saying? The thing is MCW wants to give back. And this, even though it's Fansgiving, you could be a stranger off the street. You're welcome to come and eat with us. If you don't have food, you come eat with us. If you're bored and you're sitting on your damn couch and you had sitting there looking at some ramen noodles and you want some turkey, some hams, you want all the dressing, you want all that stuff, you come. November 26th, man, we're going to have an awesome time. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be completely free. Now, we are taking donations if anybody decides they want to. If you're intended on bringing some food or donating some food, it's got to be wrapped. It's got to be sealed. It's got to be packaged for sanitized reasons and for health code, But listen, if nobody brings a dime, if nobody gives one thing, no bread, no nothing, MCW is going to take it out, and we're going to take and make sure everybody's taken care of. So we encourage everybody on the 26th to please join us at MCW 1098 West Kaiser, because it's not a gimmick, man. We're not pretending that we love you. We really do. So MCW on the 26th, Fansgiving. It's going to be a feast, man. Set for a king, man. It's going to be awesome, and it's going to be free, and it's going to be a good time. We're going to have music. We'll do stupid stuff because we always do. But
no, that's really awesome, dude, man. I mean, there's a lot of people out there during the holidays that are hungry, period, or don't have as much as other people have. This is really cool, dude. The things y'all do, and like I said, a lot of people talk about it, but don't really be about it. And MCW, man, I've noticed over the last year, man, y'all have went into these communities, man, and just done everything you can, from helping raise school supplies and just anything, dude.
Food drives. We fed the homeless kid. I mean, we had a whole truckload. But now listen, this is the thing that I got to stress, man. The inner unit that MCW has, the team that we have, you know what I'm saying, is such an amazing deal. And then to have the fans, like the outer shell of us, to keep us solid, keep us there. It's an amazing teamwork, man. Without our unit inside and our unit outside, the guys that we have that give so much, willing to do whatever it takes, man, MCW would be lost, man. So that's where MCW is at. After the first year, like I said, we was kind of gung-ho in the beginning, but realized, we needed to backpedal. A year in, man, we feel like we're ready to give, man. We want to start doing some mentoring. We want to start like a big brother, big sister type deal. We want to do a lot with the communities to make things different, man. We're planning on doing some scholarships for the kids in Osceola. So I mean, it's an exciting deal, man. We're excited.
And look, man, y'all are a one-stop shop. If guys out there are looking to become pro wrestlers, y'all actually train pro wrestlers, right?
I'm going to tell you right now, we have probably 10 trainees in our school. Many of them having opportunities on Friday nights to get in there and be active in the roster. And that's the difference with MCW. That's the difference with our company. We train you inside, and then we have a facility that's run weekly that you can take and be part of the show. You can be part of the backstage. You can be part of the different units without having to get right in there and wrestle, man. So there's different unit, reffing and different security and stuff like that, where you're able to learn, get familiar, get comfortable and stuff like that. So it's not a deal of just getting trained and good luck wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? We truly take care of you like family. And me, I run the training school, and I treat the guys and the girls like they're my own kids. I want to make sure that they can get home and get to their job and take care of their families. And but yeah, MCW, you're interested in becoming a professional wrestler, ever dreamed about it, ever thought about it, hit me up on my Facebook. I got you.
Yeah, man, it's you know, a lot of schools just train wrestlers and they kind of throw them out in the world and whatever happens, happens. But at y'all's place, you kind of, like you said, you got the training facility, then you have a weekly show, sometimes 2 shows a week. So you have access for these people to come in, learn the business, learn their craft, and not just learn one aspect of it, learn pretty much every aspect of it if they're willing to come in, listen, learn, and pay attention. It's cool, man. Really cool. You're
I'm
training
going
the
to tell
next.
you.
Go ahead, Harry.
Bush, I'm going to say this, man. MCW students, I don't see any other place where I go that the students and everybody knows how to tear down, take up, put together the rings, the sound system, everything. Every one of our people are so dedicated. That's why I say we're so lucky. The inner unit, even to the trainees, man, they're so dedicated and being part of the team. And that's what makes us different.
Right, right. Anybody looking to train to become a professional wrestler or referee? I'm assuming, hell, y'all got announcer spots too. They pretty much they learn to be a concession stand person, sell tickets, put up
there's
chairs.
plenty of positions.
The whole gamut, man. Get a hold of these guys at MCW, man. Good place to go learn. Good place to go train. Through the years, there have been countless people trained in the MCW arena. So many
Been
I couldn't
around a
even
long
begin.
time, man.
Right, right. We got a comment from PK Ripper. He says, "Good people." Look, Harry. I've got a couple of more graphics, but man, we kind of out of the good. We're fixing to head back into the bad a little bit, man. Look, here recently, y'all had a benefit show at your building for Miss Vicky.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. And I look, everybody already knows, I'm sure, that there was some controversy about who's going to be there, who ain't, who could come, who couldn't, who was told they could come, who was told they couldn't come. Can you shed any light on this, dude? Give us any firsthand information about the situation itself?
I'm going to say this. The benefit for Miss Vicky was just that. It was about Miss Vicky. It wasn't about other companies. It wasn't about other people. It wasn't about my heat with people. It wasn't whoever they booked or wanted to be there was welcome to be there at the show. You know what I'm saying? So that's firsthand. Secondhand, I don't really do much of the politics. Now, each side's going to have their fight. You know what I'm saying? Each side's going to have their say. When it comes down to it, the show went on. You know what I'm saying? We raised.
Well, from your perspective and MCW's perspective, everybody was welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's the thing: I'll be a little more. Obviously, the heat between the Memphis companies, you know what I'm saying, is what it is. You know what I'm saying? For us, we don't do the politics. We don't care. You know what I'm saying? So from our aspect, we don't care. I could see both sides of issues and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's a benefit. It's to help somebody that's been in the Memphis area and taking care of them boys. You know what I'm saying? And
for years.
And then it comes down to not being there when I don't know. I'm a different breed of person. Like I said, I love everybody. I want to take care of everybody. I don't do the politics, so I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the show goes on.
Here's the thing, from my perspective, man, dealing with something like that, really, I think everybody ought to bite their tongue, shut the fuck up, and let these guys who want to come do this thing do it. I mean, you shouldn't have to worry about getting heat over here to go do something, a benefit to help somebody that's, like you said, has helped these guys for years and years in the business. that's just my
especially
personal
the Memphis
perspective.
guys. You know what I'm saying? Especially the
Right.
Memphis guys. That was our hometown. We come over there because we had a building that wasn't going to cost nobody nothing. You know, we had a crowd that was going to show up anyways. You know what I'm saying? So that was we wanted it to be good. You know what I'm saying? So whoever wanted to jump on board, cool. The ones that did, the ones that were there, showed out, man. Everybody that was there, did what we could to raise what we could. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look, dude, we're going to move from that benefit to y'all got a benefit coming up, man. Let me get this graphic up here. Man, we lost this guy, I think, about 2.5 weeks ago now. Everybody knows Loco, W.G. Jordan. Man, he fought hard, but he lost his battle. All our prayers and thoughts have been with him and his family and all his friends, but coming up on October 22nd, y'all are hosting another benefit, and this time it's for El Loco to help raise money for all of his expenses or whatever. Tell us a little bit about this thing, Harry.
Here's the deal. MCW just wants to help. You know what I'm saying? There's been things said. Why is MCW doing a show for him? You know, blah blah blah. You know, did El Loco wrestle for us? Hell no. Have we known him for 20 plus years? Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Is he one of our wrestling family? Is he one of our boys? Absolutely. So why would we not take and do something? And we want to do it kind of quickly. You know what I'm saying? That way we could take in. That's why we're doing it on a Sunday. So we can make sure that it can happen. That way we can help his family with whatever needs to be done. MCW is not making a penny. We're not worried about none of that stuff. We just have the facility. We have the people. We have all of what we need to do it without having to rent a building, without having to do all the extra stuff that you got to do. Worry about a ring, all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we just want to help out, man. That's the bottom line. El Loco was a good dude, man. I've known him for a long time. Whether he wrestled for MCW or he didn't, you know what I'm saying? That's not the deal. He's a wrestling family. Vicky wrestled in Memphis. Did we hesitate a second? Hell no. She's one of our girls, man. We're gonna take care of her. We're gonna take and do what we can, you know. Same with Loco, man. And that's just how we live. It's not a work, it's not a gimmick, it's not us trying to get a pat on the back. It's the way we are.
Right. Man, I met El Loco about 3 years ago at EIW. I didn't know him personally. We had a couple of conversations at EIW a few times. We've had more conversations through private message than anything else, probably. I like Loco, man. Like I said, anytime we got to chat, we did. Another thing, man, I see a lot of guys on this card. This right here is shaping up to be a huge show. Man, look at all the talent on this poster here, man.
And there's a lot more, man. And this could be a very long night of some very good wrestling, you know. And we encourage everybody, come out, man. This is for a good cause. We're going to help his family, take care of things that need to be taken care of, you know. So this Sunday, the 22nd, man, the Locals benefit show, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a blend of people that you ain't seen at MCW. It's going to be a blend of some of the MCW guys. It's going to be a good card that you're not going to see anywhere else. It's going to be mashed up, and it's going to be there at MCW for a good cause.
Right. Y'all heard it there this Sunday. All you wrestlers and all you fans, turn out for El Loco, MCW Arena, Osceola, Arkansas. What time's the bell time?
5 o'clock, I believe.
5 bell time. Y'all turn out, man. This thing kind of, I mean, the thing with Loco kind of was out of nowhere, you know. Like I said, I don't know him personally to know if he was having any issues, but it was like he was fine one day, and then the next day he's down in the hospital, man. And it was just a fight from that point on, man.
Well, I'm going to tell you, this is why, you know, you always hit me, especially when we do our Facebook shows and stuff. You know, hold your family, hold your loved ones, take a moment, man, because you never know when tomorrow's not given to you, you know. And that's just the realization, and it's the way it was with Loco, you know. Loco did the did our banners that are hanging in MCW. You know, we was in constant communication and stuff. You know, and you wouldn't think them messages would be the last messages. You know, last. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You
Just
never, like you said, man, you better tell your family you love them, hug them, because any second could be the last second. It's just as simple as that. Life comes and it goes just as fast, dude. You know, take care of your loved ones, talk to your friends, tell your family you love them, and because you never know, man, that could be the last "I love you" you ever say or you ever hear.
yeah. Or hey, you're an asshole might be the last text you text. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I mean,
right.
not that that was the case with Loco, but I'm just saying you never know. You never know.
Well, look, I got another graphic. I've got one more graphic, and it's of a big match y'all got coming up this Friday night. We got Derek King and Don Montana taking on the LA Hustlers, who are the champions right now. That's what the picture says, man. Tell me a little bit about this match coming up Friday night.
I'm going to tell you, the LA Hustlers had a change of heart probably about 2 months ago, turning on the fans, turning on Twisted Steel. But Don Montana and Derek King having the opportunity this last Friday to wrestle them in a non-title match and was able to get that victory.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of controversy in it. So, you know, this week, there's scores to be settled. You know, non-title, titled. What we're gonna see. It's gonna be a title match, and we're gonna see what happens this Friday night between Don Montana, which is a beast, man. He's a young beast, man. This guy is pure power. Every time he
Right.
touches you, it hurts, man.
I'm
Derek
glad
King,
you
you know,
said that. I'm glad you said that, Harry. Now, look, we all know Derek. He's by God greater than great. You know what I mean? And the LA Hustlers, one of the very tip top tag teams around our whole territory. But Don Montana, he's kind of like one of the, for me, he's like almost like one of the best kept secrets in the wrestling business, man. This dude here, like you said, he is a beast, man. He's a talented guy in the ring. He's
he's
big.
explosive.
He looks good, man. Here's the thing. He looks like a football player to me. He looks like he's an ex-football player turned wrestler. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm
He
gonna tell
does.
you, especially me, my side, standing beside him, or when he grabs me and hoists me in the air. Yeah, definitely
Yeah,
reminds me of
man, he's a
somebody much
beast.
bigger than me.
And he's been making a good name for himself over the last few years around the territory, but I just don't think he's really hit his stride yet. And I think when he does, I think then people's gonna stand up and take notice, and they're gonna know exactly who he is, man. He's a player.
Buster, I'm gonna tell you, he's been wrestling for MCW for a while and stuff. And the time that he's been at MCW, there's so much growth, so much maturity in the business. You know, so
Right.
much development, just psychology, physique, just with the way he delivers stuff. And I agree with you. You know that there's much more to be seen of Don Montana, man.
Right. Yeah, that's gonna be one hell of a match. Well, look, we kind of went off board there with the Derek King match and the Hustlers in Montana, but man, I got some photos. We're gonna go back to where we started at with this show. We
Okay.
started with you, David, turning on you, and I went around and scavenged some photos, and I'm gonna show you. I got 3 photos, and I'm gonna show you these photos, and I want you to give me your thoughts and opinions of each one of these photos. If you can go back in time and put yourself back in the position where you can tell me exactly what you're thinking, I'll tell you what. Let's start here. This is a pretty recent photo. Tell me what you think when you see that photo now, Harry.
I'm gonna tell you instantly. If you noticed, I smiled. You know what I'm saying? That was us, Bluff City, outside waiting for the show when literally just I believe that day we were sitting there talking about how it was neat to have this ride again, with each other, that we was doing it again, on the way out.
Right.
So that's crazy. I smile because I mean we was sitting bullshitting just earlier that day about how awesome it was that we got the chance to come back in at the end of the road and team up and do East Coast again. So that's what I'm thinking there.
Well, let me ask you this about this picture. Did you have any inkling? Did you ever think when y'all took this picture and in this moment that months down the line that you're not just your
No,
partner, but your brother there would turn his back on you once again?
not for a second. Not for a second. That's crazy. Like looking at the picture, I smiled because we were right then. It was just we was kind of living the life,
Right. The East Coast Bad Boys ride again right there, man.
It's been a long time, man. And
Right.
like I'm telling you, my tires are wore out, So, it was exciting. It was exciting to see us doing it again, man, and doing it just like we never took a break,
Yeah, I got to admit when y'all first showed up on Bluff City and y'all were doing some of the same shit you used to do when y'all were young, it surprised me, man. I expected a little bit different East Coast Bad Boys, but man, y'all came out and y'all were doing the same fucking crazy wild shit that you always did, man. And dude, I couldn't have done it, man. I'll be honest with you. I couldn't have done it. I was proud of you guys out there flipping around and all that bullshit, man.
Well, here's the thing, Buster. When you think East Coast, when you think the Bad Boys, man, you think of the style we do. You think of the
Right.
fast paced, the high flying, and to go out there and be, and not to say use the saying, but to be Ric Flair would be not something we're willing to do. You know what I'm saying? We got to go out there. We're going to give it all, and then we'll cry about it later. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of them things,
All right, man. Now this picture I'm finna bring up now, this is a lot of years back, man. This might bring back some memories for you. I don't know, but I want you to take a look at this picture and tell me something about these guys.
Wow, man, that's a long time ago, man.
Right.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you that picture back then, we was just living the dream, man. We literally just wanted to wrestle, There was no politics. There was no,
right.
We hope we make it somewhere. We never even, we just wanted to entertain. We wanted to wrestle, man. And that's where East Coast fell short, man, because we had such a dynamic and so much stuff that was so different than everybody else. We literally was probably the first ones to start doing the style that we do down here when we come down. And, we sold ourselves short by not doing the politics and not doing all the trying to make it somewhere. But, for a minute, for a mile, I wouldn't change none of it. So many opportunities and so many great memories that, people will never understand,
Right. Yeah, man, you ain't lying about the politics. I was the same way, dude. When I was in the ring as a talent wrestling, I didn't think politics. I didn't play politics. Now, the hindsight looking back now, I think, man, the opportunities I could have got, the things I could have got if I'd have just really wanted to play the game. But I didn't know nothing about it, man. I was out there just just being a wrestler. But man, if I knew what I know now, then I'd be Dusty Rhodes around this motherfucker now, dude.
Hey, I mean, for real, because I mean, everybody made money but us. Everybody made money off us but us. You know what I'm saying? But we were so happy with just being able to be there. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to go out and show out and do what we do. It was so weird. It's crazy. Looking back, you definitely would change stuff.
Well, looking at that picture right there, man, what would Harry of today tell those two guys right there? If you could tell them one thing only, what's the one piece of advice you'd give those guys?
Slow down.
Slow down.
For real, there's so much more to be absorbed when you just slow down, you know. And
right.
And to be that age again, and to just be able to slow down and absorb what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like when we first started, we'd have 30, 45-minute matches up in Kentucky every night, man, and think we was the shit, you know. And then you look back and you're like, oh my God, that was stupid as hell. What the hell were we doing? You know? So if you just slow down. It's just like I tell the kids today, slow down, man. Figure out why, what, and how you doing stuff, you know.
Exactly. Well, we're going to pull them guys down, dude. And I got one more graphic I want to show you. And I want you to tell me what you think of this guy now. Let me get it pulled up here, dude. We went through the family pictures, a little new, a little old. And now this right here is the reality. This right here is your reality today. Tell me about that picture right there, Harry. Tell me about that moment, what you were thinking, what you were feeling when you looked up and you seen your brother standing over you. Tell me what was going on in your head, man.
I honestly, at first, I turned to him because Spotlight Rebellion was about to come in. And I remember Jason was like, oh, we're coming right now, blah, blah, blah. So I turned to David and I remember saying, bro, you got my back. And when I spun around, he had this look and I didn't realize till I realized he was coming at me. And he hit me with the pan. And that wasn't one of them flimsy little Dollar Tree ones. That's one of them $high cooking pans. And
wasn't them school lunchroom pans?
Yeah. So the fact of the matter is, I honestly didn't look up and see him. By the time I kind of got myself together and my eyes were closed, I was just thinking, trying to process what had happened. But when I got to the back, I realized it all come together. What all happened? And it's funny because there was 3 or 4 of the guys in the back laughing, and you know, I looked for David. David had already left the building, which was very weird because normally he's there until the end, you know,
right.
Unless he's got to leave for something. So there was so many things, and then there was whispers about, oh, you didn't know that was going to happen. And I'm like, so like I said last week, a lot of stuff just not answered, a lot of stuff not addressed. You know, still under shock. I mean, really, I mean, we're on our way out. Why would you do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, my miles are running low, you know, and you're gonna. So I mean, there's a lot of confusion. But this Friday night, 1098 West Kaiser, I'm gonna just put that out there. Osceola, Arkansas. I'm gonna ask my brother straight face to face. We're gonna come to some kind of answer about what's going on and what happened. Because the fact is if you didn't want to team with me, open your damn mouth. You don't have no problem saying all your stupid stuff any other time. You know what I'm saying? Right. If you don't want to, if there's issues, be a man. Tell me there's issues. You know what I'm saying? If it's some kind of rib, say, hey, bro, it's a rib. You know what I'm saying? But the way things are going, you know, there's no answers there. And, you know, like I said last week, I let it go. Last week, I tried to be the bigger man. I've got so much stuff I want to say and so many things I want to do that it's going to come to a head Friday night.
Well, let me ask you this, Harry. The one thing that I took away from this whole conversation, there's one key word when we talk about David turning on you, and that's the word again. Again. So let me ask you something, dude. When does the point come when you're not going to turn the other cheek and just let it go?
Okay. So it's so hard when it comes to David because his was
Right.
shoot. This is for real. This is 100%. Ever since I can remember, when I was 14, 16, whatever, every time something came up in his life, I made sure I was there. I took and traveled down to Kentucky on buses just to be part of his life. You know, David has always been a mentor to me and always been, you know, kind of the guy I looked up to. When
Right.
did I love wrestling? Absolutely. Did I ever think I would be a professional wrestler? Not for a minute, you know. But coming to when I moved to Kentucky with David, he was wrestling and he was my idol. So I was like, hell yeah, we're gonna wrestle, you know. I'll wrestle with you. He's like, bull, whatever. And I was like, I will. So, you know, uh, I've done so much to keep him in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I've done so much stuff to be part of it that, you know, when he has a change of heart or when he says, hey, bro, I'm sorry, I'm like, hell yeah, give me some hugs, you know, because like I said, I love everybody. I think we should all get along.
Right.
I think we should live happily ever after, you know. But the sad reality in life is it's not like that. And amongst brothers, especially so close in age, so predominant in our company and in our industry, you know what I'm saying, as far as wrestling
Right.
and stuff. There's a lot of scales that got to be balanced sometimes, you know. So I really feel like we're at that point. I feel like, you know, you say again, how many times do you let him? I let him every time he says he wants to be my boy and my brother and my team. That's when I do it, you know. And if I'm
Dude, I
stupid
can
for doing
understand.
it, you know, then that's the guy I am. You know what I'm saying? But family's important to me. You know, people are important to me, and I'm always going to be that guy that says, "Come on, let's try it again." You know.
Dude, I fully understand you. You know, I got a brother in the was in the wrestling business too, and man, we can fight like cats and dogs 1 minute and be hugging the next. You know what I mean?
True
And
story,
it's a
man.
it's a different dynamic in this business, and having your brother, your sister, or something in the business with you. That's a bond, man. It's a bond that's hard to break. But let me ask you this: do you think this was something that David planned, or do you think this was something that a spur of the moment thing? For some reason, it just clicked for him. He just
I
decided
honest,
to do it.
I'm honestly torn. You know, some of the guys, like I said, when I got to the back, they're laughing and stuff. You know, I kind of was presented to me as a rib. You know, blah blah blah. But
Right.
yet, you know, it's been very different for me and David. You know, we haven't communicated much via text or phone. You know, um, and the thing is I don't want to text or say a bunch of stuff
Right.
that I can't take back. You know, because tomorrow may not come for one of us. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, I just try to neutralize the situation. I'm gonna go in there. I'm a baby face, man. It's not a work. It's not a gimmick. It's who I am. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go in there and try to make the best out of this. And if it means we got to go in there and slug it out, then by God, you better put your fists up and we'll do what we're gonna do. You know?
Yeah, that's how it is, man. With brothers, you duke it out when you need to, but don't let nobody else get involved. That's the quickest, easiest way to get y'all back together. I think probably is let somebody else get involved. You don't get in the middle of two brothers fighting.
You
You just
don't.
don't
You
do it,
don't.
man. You leave it alone. Hey,
Let
man,
it.
it's been my pleasure having you here. I've enjoyed this conversation. It's been one of my most favorite conversations I've had. Dude, y'all are doing it big at MCW. Y'all are ingraining yourself in the culture. Y'all are helping the communities. Like I said, there's a lot of companies that talk that, but they don't do that. MCW is a company that backs up what they say. Every Friday night, Osceola, Arkansas, for 30 years
1098
running,
West
dude.
Kaiser, baby.
There you go, man.
Hey,
Plug anything you need to plug, dude.
listen, join us, Mid Southern Championship Wrestling, every Friday night, 1098 West Kaiser. Check us out on Facebook, Osceola's Mid Southern Championship Wrestling. You can keep up with the dates and stuff. We're on TikTok, MCW, MCW, Osceola's. The legacy continues. Okay. Listen, guys, you can check us out everywhere. Hit me up if you want to become a wrestler. If you've got a fundraiser that you're interested in doing, it, private parties. We rent out the wrestling building for birthday parties and all kinds of stuff, man. The possibilities are endless. Hit us up, man. MCW is a family, and we want to be part of your life, and we want you to be part of ours. That's simple.
Hey, thank you, my friend, and you have a good night.
Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for having me.
You take it easy.
All
right, y'all. You seen it right there. Hey, Clap, Serpent, MCW every Friday night, Osceola, Arkansas. Any Friday nights you want to go, be there. You can check out some awesome wrestling. And they really are a family. When they say MCW family, they mean that 100%. All right, guys, I got a couple of shows I'm promoting. Look, November, the first Wednesday in November, there will not be a show. I've got some stuff I got to do. I got to take a week off. There will not be no show the first Wednesday in November. So next week, we've got 2 shows in a row. We got October 25th at 7 p.m. We got the big MCW show, the Memphis Championship Wrestling show. Terry Golden's back. David Jett's back. And we're going to find out all the little do's and don'ts and dirty secrets of MCW, Memphis Championship Wrestling. We're going to talk WWF developmental deal. We're going to talk WWF talent that they sent in. We're going to talk Bruce Pritchard. We're going to talk Kevin Kelly. And don't forget, we're going to talk Jerry the King Lawler. Next Wednesday night, October 25th, 7 p.m. Do not miss it. And look, the night before that, October 24th, we've got the final, the very last PKAW Entertainment KAW Reunion show update. The show is the 26th. The show's October 26th, but we're going to be on October 24th. Next Tuesday, we got a big doubleheader Tuesday and Wednesday. We got the final upcoming show, and guess what? I got confirmation yesterday. We're going to have the referee with the highest bar tab in history. None other than Alcoholics going to be here, and he's going to be talking with us. We also going to find out if Izzy really is high. Izzy High is going to be here. Obviously, the guys from the PKAW crew is going to be here. Next Tuesday and Wednesday are do not miss shows. The big PKAW reunion show, update show. I know I said show a shitload of times. I'm talking myself into a circle, but don't miss it. That's how fucking excited I am. Do not miss either one of these shows, guys. And look, do not miss MCW every Friday night. Eric J., I appreciate you for watching, man. You know I love you, my dude. I appreciate all your support. I appreciate everybody who watched tonight. I appreciate MCW for coming on. I appreciate Harry for being as honest as he possibly could be. Some tough questions tonight, family questions, business questions, but hey, was an awesome show, guys. Y'all take it easy until next Tuesday night.